Hi friends, and welcome back to Gardening Suburbia. My name is Amanda and I'm a gardener slash homesteader here in Cincinnati, Ohio, Zone 6. Today I just kind of need to clean up some things in my garden. We had Hurricane Helene, tropical storm, kind of rush through the middle of the US, and so Ohio didn't get hurricane weather or that kind of strength of winds, which my heart goes out to all of those who were affected. I've seen so many videos of just severe flooding, devastation, and I just really hope that you and your family and friends are good. So we just had some strong winds, a lot of rain, which after having such a long period of drought-like conditions, or a drought here in Ohio, having so much rain, we've had a lot of flooding, and with the wind, some things have kind of fallen. So my trellis, that is like a 3-year-old Amazon cheap find, kind of took its final fall. I was supporting it with some wooden stakes and most of those broke, and the trellis is now on its side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this ripped out along with some other plants that are just dead for the season and kind of get set afresh for this fall, because it is fall. Welcome to fall. On this trellis we had beans, we had loofahs, and a lot of those are on the ground. I'm going to try my best to not disconnect the loofahs that are still kind of growing, because I want to get as many of those to the correct ripeness to go ahead and actually harvest. Like, that guy may not even have enough days left in the season to grow to maturity, but that guy is getting very close. You can kind of see it's already starting to kind of become a lighter green. Those guys probably are maybe a week or so behind, but I just want to give everything I have the best chances. This trellis is most likely probably going to be going into the garbage, because it has just seen its last day. You can see it's super rusted, and I was just trying to get the most use out of it as I possibly could, with it being something so cheap. A couple of years ago I put some chicken wire on it so that the beans had more surface area to climb on. So let's get this out of the garden so that we can actually walk through the garden once again. Right now it's not very walkable. I don't know why I even bother making a plan of what I'm going to do in the garden, because I always end up changing what I'm going to be doing. So I got the trellis to stand up. It's definitely going to go in the garbage at the end of whatever we have left on this growing season, simply because so much of it is rusted and breaking apart. Like every single joint on this thing where it connects to the ladder has like started to rust away. So I'm just using my wooden stakes to kind of push up against it and give it kind of support, just so that I can get these loofahs finished out on the trellis. Otherwise, I run the possibility of just kind of cutting off those vines and separating them. I really just I want to have good success with these loofahs. Yesterday I went ahead and I started harvesting, or I harvested 2 of the loofahs that had already completely browned. I am experimenting currently with how to go ahead and process those, because I've never processed loofah. It's the first year that I've successfully gotten them to grow. Last year, I think my biggest one was probably double the size of this guy, and definitely not big enough for curing and then using as sponges, which is what I want to go ahead and use them for. You can, however, eat loofahs when they are super small. They're very tender. They're kind of like zucchini, at least from what I've read. I've never eaten them as young loofahs, because my sole purpose for growing them was to get sponges. So this is gonna work for now. I am actually gonna go through the garden and cut some things back, because there's a lot of dead and dying things, and I just kind of need a complete refresh, or not a complete refresh, but a partial refresh in the garden, so that I can kind of clear my mind. I am definitely one of those people that if my house is dirty, I cannot focus on the things that I need to focus on. So therefore, if I'm in my office or something, I need to go ahead and clean that office and then give myself a visual reset, so that I can actually focus on the things that I need to. So let's clear some stuff out of the garden so that I can get a visual reset in this space and figure out where I want to go from this point. While it may not be a full garden clean out, it definitely is enough to make me feel a little bit better about the spaces I have in my garden. Some of these spaces need complete overhauls, like my kiddie pool garden. It has some strawberries in there, but it's overrun with weeds. I should probably just go ahead and chop some of these guys out. Got a lot of different things that have gone past prime, and tomatoes that just have been so sad. So it is actually starting to sprinkle. We're still getting some cloudy weather. I think we're expecting rain. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're expecting rain for the rest of the week, which is wild for how long we went without rain. It is a light, it feels great, a very light sprinkle drizzle right now. I probably will go ahead and continue to chop some more things out of the garden. And we will need to go through and harvest a bunch of peppers because we have another succession of jalapenos that are coming in, along with some other things to kind of finalize the end of the summer garden. Here in the next few days, I'll probably make a second part of my garlic video. The garlic that I ordered from Mad River Garlic Growers came earlier last week. It came during all the rain that we got, which was just funny. Package did get a little damp, but I went through and I checked everything and everything was perfectly fine. I went ahead and I gave whatever my sister had ordered from our combined order to her this past weekend, and kind of just taking some deep breaths. It has been a weird year, and I am just excited to see where it'll take us. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this very slow, easy day in the garden. I hope you guys are in good health. Prayers go out to any of your families or friends that have been affected by the hurricane. And I will go ahead and see you guys in the next video.